Abdul, Rostami and Nielas Straksys pleaded guilty to robbery and kidnapping charges almost 3 weeks into their trial at Newcastle Crown Court, just weeks after their associates Laurynas, Stakauskis and Kurdo Salih were found unanimously guilty by the same jury. The jury heard how the four attempted to meticulously plan a pre-planned attack, traveling from Ipswich to Gateshead to settle a debt for counterfeit cigarettes. The men followed their victim as he walked to work on the morning of July 3, last year, unaware of what was about to happen when a white van pulled up alongside him. The 31-year-old was beaten and thrown into the vehicle, where the group threatened to kill him and his family. After his kidnappers returned to his home address and stole £9,000 from him, the terrified victim was left at Ramside Hall Hotel. When members of the public discovered him, he had his hands and feet bound with gaffer tape and was blindfolded. The incident was reported to Durham Constabulary, who immediately contacted Northumbria officers, and an investigation into the ordeal was launched. The van was tracked down and intercepted on the A1 southbound in North Yorkshire, with 3 occupants, Rostami, Straksys and Stakauskis, detained. After the men were apprehended, the van was searched and police discovered a Tesco receipt indicating they had purchased latex gloves and tape prior to the offense. A search of the store's CCTV footage identified the suspects and allowed detectives to track their movements leading up to the kidnapping. Kurdo Salih, the 4th man, was later arrested in Ipswich and the group was charged with kidnapping and robbery. On July 18, the group returned to Newcastle Crown Court where they were sentenced as follows. Abdul Rostami was jailed for 10 years. Nielas Straksys was jailed for 7 years and 2 months. Laurynas Stakauskis was jailed for 8 years. Kurdo Salih was jailed 7 years. Detective Sergeant Matthew Murray, the officer in charge of the case, said after the sentencing, "This was a horrendous ordeal for the victim, something he never thought possible, and I have no doubt this incident will stay with him for a long time. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank him for his bravery and cooperation throughout these proceedings, which have no doubt brought back some painful memories for him. I'd also like to thank the jury and our criminal justice system partners for the sentences handed down today, which reflect the gravity of the case. To put it simply, these men's actions were abhorrent, arrogant, brazen, and greedy. They were cold and calculated, planning every detail from hiring a van to purchasing gloves and then traveling over 280 miles to carry out an act of vengeance. Thankfully, a number of witnesses assisted the victim and contacted police, allowing us to quickly launch an investigation and make arrests. The group of dangerous men are no longer on the streets thanks to those Good Samaritan witnesses, our partners at Durham Constabulary, and all the officers and staff involved in this investigation. We will not tolerate this type of criminality, and anyone who believes this is acceptable behavior has no place in our communities," he added. "We will continue to combat serious and organized crime under the banner of Operation Sentinel."